सबको मेरा नमस्कार. This is International Master and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Assistant to this intermediate training session. First, I would like to present some positions. It is important that we should learn to calculate. I think the question was asked to me from 2 days back. How to improve calculation? I mean, it is best to solve endgame studies. The reason is, even though there is very little material, there are many variations comes. Calculation means not one straightforward line, the branches. So I want to present you some positions about calculation, and then I will discuss some classic games on how to attack, how to take initiative. First, let us have a look at some positions. Now the position is white to play. So what is your evaluation? What is your evaluation? What is this? What is this? Why it is not coming? They cannot be played in. This cannot be played in background. What do you mean? This is not live. It is going live. What is wrong? What is wrong? हर बार नया प्रॉब्लम आता है, क्या बात है? प्रॉब्लम है ये. This cannot be played in the background. What do you mean? अरे वापस वापस प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. अरे okay. Finally, it has come. So, hello, Alak Mehta, Birabhadra Singh, Hina Patel, Tirth Parmar, Suresh Bhai Chawda, Joyce, then Meg Parmar, Bastal Parikh, Devers, MSG, Ramakrishna, Maulik Bhai, Raval. So, it is white to play. Ramakrishna, it is white to play. I remember that morning you said in afternoon there might be end game, no opening. No, I am not showing end game. I am showing how to calculate variation. The simple positions. I am going to do this session only a middle game. But first let me show, because somebody asked me the question about calculation. So what is the assessment here? So Ramakrishna says draw. Go ahead and suggest me moves. How we will draw the game. कैसा ड्रॉ होगा? अभी ये कौन भाग रहा है? ये कौन भाग रहा है? क्या करोगे आप? The art of calculation helps you in middle game. There are branches. Here there is limited. There are three branches. That's all. Not many. But in middle game, many branches comes. So you need to calculate variation. So what is the problem here? Ramakrishna, draw, please suggest me. So okay, I will come back to the knight end game. We will discuss. If the knight end game is a draw, the end game books have to rewritten. They have a draw. If that is a draw, then the end game books will be rewritten. I will discuss that. I have your variation here. I will discuss. In all say f3. Okay, okay. So in Veerabhadra says h5. Veerabhadra says h5. So Veerabhadra says h7, and some people say f3. What I should do? So what is your assessment? Is this a draw or is this a win for black? So Veerabhadra says h7 is a draw. Chalo h7. So I will push the pawn. I will push the pawn. Now, now one, one, two, three, four. So one, two, three, four. And after that, it will be, suppose you go now f3, now push, now push, 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 and now you queen, it is a stalemate. Or rook also, it is a draw. You queen, rook, and knight, a draw. So the whole point is calculation. Now, suppose you push the pawn 1, then I will pick 2. If you play a h pawn push, then I will play f3. I will play f3 and draw. I told you that the pawn come queens, I will be here. So you push, I come. You push, I come. You push. It is a stalemate if you queen. And if you play one move, then I should make two moves. Now push, 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 stalemate. Whether you take or push, it is stalemate. That means if you push one square, if you push one, I will make two moves pawn. It is a draw. And if you make two moves, I will push one. So it is a matter of calculation looking for a particular diagram. Now there are two branches. So in positions we have got more than two branches. Let me take you to another position. This particular position. This also needs calculation. For example, white has two pass pawns, black has two pass pawns. So white should play. Now what white is going to do? काम करने आया है पेंटिंग अच्छा अच्छा okay. So here there are branches, but if the calculation is perfect, white will win the game. You can easily see that the king is in a position to stop the pawn. Suppose you keep pushing the pawn, even if the pawn is on e5, d4, white to play can stop the pawn. So the main problem is how white is winning the game. Now black is in the control of the pawn. Black king in control of this pawn because in the square. But he will have to move the king. Now if you keep pushing the pawn, you will lose the game. It is queening with check. Queening with check and winning. The placement of king, the only move. Now the calculation is now start pushing the other pawn. This does not work. So we push the pawn. He will push. Now we push the f pawn. So he has to move the king. Again I push. He has to push. This is too slow now. This is already too slow. because I'm queening and controlling. So forced. Now queening with check, forced. Push. Again forced. Again you have to push. But now check and check. If you look at, if you look arithmetically, if you look arithmetically, this pawn, Jadu, just a minute please. So if you look only arithmetically, 5 5 10 moves. This is 5 move and this is 5 move, 10 move. But we are getting a tempo. And he has to move the king. He cannot keep pushing the pawn. So it is, you have to calculate a variation. There are two variations. Now for example, you put king here, it doesn't work. If you king here, he will push the pawn and his king will come to support. So this is the correct way. And now perfect calculation. Now I am giving you some more positions. Okay, you have done this. I am showing you. Uh, okay, Virabhadra, so you know, because you are, that is why you are not telling. All right, all right. Next, I will show some positions. Then I will show very complicated positions. Now this is a very simple position. There are two variations. You can go and take the pawn. It's a draw. You can come here and then here. This is a win. So the right route is king here. Suppose you go for normal move. This calculation, this is a draw. Why this is a draw? Suppose you come here, you will play pawn push. Now all of you know rook pawn is a draw when the king reaches to f line or the bishop fine. It's a draw. Now you come here, he is just, now pawn into pawn, he will just come. No matter, he will come. Whether you push the pawn or not, the king reaching c7 or c8, it is a draw. That means this variant, this variation draw. But if you come here, it is a win. It is a win. I will not make it a rook pawn. I will just maintain that as a knight pawn. And now you try to come, you will not get opposition. You will not get opposition. I come diagonal opposition. It is a mistake to go here. You will come to this point and draw. So diagonal. And now winning the game. Hurry. Now winning the game. So this, there are two branches here. This variation, this way we win the game. And if you go other normal way, it's a draw. Suppose you play and now you say I will not make it a rook pawn, but then your king is tied down. Your king is not free. The pass pawn is there. It is an easy draw. Easy draw. You cannot go freely. So this is how we calculate variation. Two variations, and it was very clear in your mind. I am showing end game because there are limited variations. That is why I picked up this few lines. What about this one? There are two variations. What about this one? Adalza and Adalza brothers. The variation that I want to stop the pawn and my pawn want to queen. So you will try come here. It is a bad variation. See, this is the right move, wrong move. This first variation, let us say the first variation. First variation. Now he push the pawn, you push. He pushed the pawn, and now I am in time to catch. I am in the square. So he pushed the pawn, I am in the square. He pushed the pawn, I am in the square. And even if he tries to bring the king, it doesn't happen. Instead of now pushing the pawn, if he tries to win, also it doesn't work. I will push. Now he will come here. I will push. He will push here. I will have to come. Now he will come here. He will push. He will push. But now forcing king and then check. So your mind should be clear that in the variation, when the king comes to support, there is a check. You have to see this diagram well in advance. Let us say that other variation. Why this is wrong? Instead of pushing the pawn, the black king will try to block this. He will come to this area. He will come to this area. Now, for example, I will come king. So he will push the pawn. I will bring the king. Maybe I will bring the king. So he will push the pawn. हो गया draw. हो गया. अभी you push the pawn, I reach. And you try to enter the king. You cannot stop me. The king. Now you come here. Now you have blocked the pawn. This is still winning. Now how many? 1, 3, 4. Now it is 5. So I think push, push. Now 3 move, 3 move. So it is queening. It is queening. It's a draw. So what is the difference here? What is the difference? When I am here, I am doing both this job. Whether you are on the c4 or c5, the king is coming here in 3 moves. From here, 1, 2, 3. Either you come here 1, 2, 3, or you come 1, 2, 3. Same number of moves. But here I am watching the important square, not making the king go to the target of b8 or c8. Let us go the same variation. Now I will block. I will block. Maybe there is no need. Still push. Still push. Now I will come. Now I will block. He will come. He wants to come to the coveted square. I will not allow. Now push, push. The disadvantage is the king is in wrong place. The queen will check. Now I will go here. Push, push, push. Queen check. So you can see the calculation that if I go at that point only, white has to see all these things. White must calculate both variations now. So he says this variation is wrong. This is doing both the job. It is watching the pawn as well as stopping the king. Now if you start pushing, I will push. If you start pushing, I am here in the same variation. Now the king is out of the square. Out of the square. This is the square. Now this is the square. You are out of the square. Whereas I'm going to stop the pawn. So I am showing you very simple variations at calculation. Okay, I will give you now very complicated variations. Okay, एक और end game करते हैं. Then I will give you middle game complication. Maybe this is enough. I will give you middle game complication. White is Sambat Luputian, a well-known grandmaster from Armenia, and black is Garibhai Kasparov. So very young. Garry Kasparov was very young that time. So he was only 13-year-old. 13-year-old boy. King Indian was his favorite. Not only Kasparov, it was favorite officer also. So white goes for the Samish variation. In fact, uh, Fischer used to apply very solid line, knight b7 and then c5. This was Fischer's idea. Because direct c5, he will exchange queen, direct c5. So Fischer used to play this and play for counter attack. But anyway, this is very slow. So what black played is knight c6, more aggressive plan. Black plan is to play a6, rb8 and then b5, opening the position. White wants to attack king side. So black is want to the imbalance attacking the queen side. So white plays bishop e3. Naturally, he is now already they are focusing on this point. Support justified. So black is going as per the plan, preparing for the b5. Okay. Now the position is becoming very strong. Looks like very strong for white. White has space and is having a dangerous attack. Now the point is, now b5 is unable to play because white has 3 control. So he goes for e5. Black really, this is a calculation. It is a very short calculation. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, loses to knight into e4. This is a one move calculation. Now this fails. This fails. Knight into queen attack. Queen takes, rook winning. Bishop takes, rook e8. Anything is winning. So this is a good move. Again, it is a matter of calculation. Bishop h6 is bad. General psychology want to exchange. But what about knight e4? Knight e4. Because on this queen check. And he will pick up. So these are the moves. If you want to play bishop h6, you should have played h4. Now instead of playing d4, you should have played here h4. Then bishop h4, h6 should have come. In the diagram, imagine the pawn is not here. We have a pawn on h4. Then bishop h6 is possible. So now bishop h6 is not possible. Black has already got counterplay on the queen side. White has not completed development. Already black is hitting the center. So, and pass. Now, take, 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 take. So, white has got an extra pawn, but black has got better development. Black has castled, white king in center. So, this is going to be quite bad. So, all this thing I will tell you friends, कि ये सब है घर पे ही एनालिसिस हुआ है. This is all has been analyzed at home. Even though it is analyzed at home, still it is beautiful. How to be a creative Daniel Duo. I will tell you, Ramakrishna. This is, we should go always stage by stage. We should go, for example, Daniel Dubois is a 2750 strength player. Suppose you call Daniel Dubois, Nepomaniachin, or you call Karyakin, or all these players. So they are 2750 and above. So we need to go stage by stage. If you are now 1800 or 2000 rated player, first you should target 2000. Then you should go 2200. Then you should go 2400. Then 2500. Then 26. Then 27. Then 2750. Suppose you want to go directly, it is you have to go through a tunnel, stage by stage, stage by stage. So you need to work, you need to improve your strength. Can you see the knight one position after Luputi and Kasparov? Sir, please give me idea of winning in such position. White king e1, rook c8, black. Okay, I will discuss all these things. I will discuss. I will discuss Birabhadras that knight ending also. Now the whole point is, even though it is a prepared line at home, the calculation is wonderful. Now the position, white played bishop. Idea, he wants to castle one extra pawn, खुशी सुखी हो जाए. But he will not get time. They not get time. So what is the point here? Calculation. The point is now the rook is indirectly watching this. One, please note, the queen is indirectly watching this. Two, then bishop indirectly watching these points. Three, then knight directly watching this. Rook watching this. All these things, all these factors. You calculate now, all these pieces are coordinating. So, what should we do now? Open the position c5. All white's calculation gets offset. White calculates castle and everything is okay. Next move castle. In chess, next move does not come. He says, अब क्या कर लेगा? क्या कर लेगा? अभी तो कैसल कर लूंगा मैं. अभी मैं कैसल कर लेगा. क्या कर लेगा? So, this is the one. Everything is bad now. Now, if you make a cool retreat, I will recover the pawn with a bigger game. Very great game. So now he plays pawn. This is the moment. Knight into unexpected shock, because now queen is attacked. You have to take the knight. You have to take the knight into rook is coming. So pawn into calculation. Now rook into rook. Queen check. So now rook into rook, a deadly check is coming. Deadly check. What is the point? The point is I want to hit the rook and then a check. Sorry, then a check will come. And then, sorry, again is coming like that. Now a check will come and then hit. Very simple. Then he will attack the b1 and d4. Both. After rook into rook, knight into rook, the queen will come attacking both. So he comes here g3. Rook into rook. So king f2. Now the queen is attacked. Now the queen is under attack and the rook is under attack. But you see the depth of calculation. The depth of calculation. This queen is also unprotected. So rook. आप एक साथ एक ही मारोगे. आप मेरा क्वीन मारेगा. This is a lost ending. This is a lost ending. So you play this is lost, and if you take it, I will give a check and middle game में खत्म हो जाए. Middle game में खत्म हो जाए. Now you come here, then bishop check. Then if you come somewhere here, queen f6. You come here, queen f6. It's all over. Bishop into e4, bishop into c3, and queen e4 all over. So you have to play the end game now. Unexpected. So Kasparov, Anand, these players were extraordinary in calculation. For example, regarding Tal, he was not calculating. Whatever he was playing, it was like natural. For example, Kasparov spoke on Tal style. He played a blitz game, two blitz, two match game. One he lost, one he won. The last life Tal played in the last week of his life. He played a blitz game, and then after some time he passed died. So he was just making the move. Kasparov had to calculate. Tal was not calculating. Just played. And it happened to be the correct moves. So some player like Anand, they just quickly play and it becomes correct. So here it is gone. Now आप क्वीन मारोगे तो वो बिशप इंटू चेक और गया गेम. आप क्वीन मारोगे वो मारा. So gone. Whatever you do it is gone. Bad. Suppose you play queen b2 it is bad. खत्म. क्या करेंगे अब? Now the game will go to a prosaic end game. Now return the material. Rook into pawn into good bishop, bad bishop, and the target weak pawns. Weak pawns. ये तो गया. गया. रुक आ जाओ. Now once again there is a threat. This is a lost ending. But notice right from the move here, right from the move c5, after the move see here, all this has been calculated. When you played c5, all this thing has been calculated. c5, finish. Okay, I will go to answer the other questions. That night doubt. I will come to that. I will come one by one. Now, so Ramakrishna, regarding you want to be creative like Daniel Dubo, you have to go stage by stage. बच्चा जवान होने के लिए 20 साल तो लगता है. 5 साल से तो हम 20 खींच के नहीं जाएंगे. तो 5 से 8, 10, 12, 15 करके जाएगा. So, stage by stage you have to improve. Let us say Karthik Kesari. Then I will go to, because it is a simpler question, then I will go to Virabhadra Swami question. What Karthik says, idea winning the position, white king on e1. Okay. White king e1 and You have not written black king position. Acha, you have written what king you on rook c8 and black king on d4. Okay, king on d4 and pawn d3 e3. This position. This is whose move it is. Black pawn. So it should be white to play. White. It should be white to play. Okay. Okay, black to play also it doesn't matter. White to play. White to play. What should white do? What should white do? If you push the pawn, it is lost. If you push the pawn, it is lost. So white should make a waiting. Now you cannot push the pawn, so you have to come. So I cut off further. Now you are in zugzwang. अभी आप जुगजोंग में आ गए. अब ये पुश करेंगे तो गया, ये पुश करेंगे तो गया. तो क्या करोगे? आई जस्ट एंड गेम यू हैव टू गो जस्ट वेटिंग, ए पेशेंट वेटिंग. आई जस्ट वेट. क्या करोगे? अब क्या करोगे? Now you want to come here, you don't want to go because this is winning, so you will wait. Then I attack the pawn. You wait. Now I just wait. Zugzwang. Just waiting moves. It is over. Okay. गणपत हो गया. So I will go to now next Veerabhadra Singh's question. हो गया? Kartik Kesari, it is convinced. You need to just wait. देखो ये variation में if you play king d5 then or you play king here, new variation, rook here, zugzwang, you can't move. You have to push the pawn. हो गया काम. और you push the pawn. हो गया काम. ये आया तो ये हो गया. ये गया. कैसे भी करके गया. इधर आएगा, इधर भी गया. कैसे भी करके गया. So k d5 करेंगे तो I will give you attack the pawn. You support waiting. Lost. Completely lost. So Veerabhadra Singh says that let us see. Now I will go to the next diagram. The pawns, the king here, no black pawns, white pawns and black king and knight. This is the. Oh, I'm sorry. I made it. I made it wrongly. Clear the board. The pawns were third, fourth, fifth, sixth. No. Now this is the position we are talking. So I recommend that you have to come king f3 and king. Otherwise you cannot win. So what are you doing for king f3? You play nd5 and d5 in d6. King f3 you play nd6. Then I play kg4. Then what are you doing? ne4. ne4. So I give a check. So king h7. Why then you say king h5? Why should I play king h5 now? I can wait here because king h5 you have a check there. I wait now. What are you doing? अब क्या करोगे आप? So what is your answer for that? So you say king h5, kg4 now, f5, ne4, f5, kh7, kh4. For kh4 you do, and what is the answer? nd6. nd6. Okay. Maybe here I have to come. Then okay, I will go king h5. Now check. You are repeating. Okay, all right. So here, what is your answer here? Knight d6. All right. Knight d6. Maybe I will come. Maybe I come. King G4, knight E4. Why I should go? Maybe I can go here. Now the king is just, it is a question of time. I enter. So what are you doing? So NE4, KF4, and D6. Enter. KE5, NF7. King here. ND6. ND6, what is the answer he is telling? KE5. KE5. Then knight F7. KE6 I will play. Why I should play KE5? I should play KE6. Now ND6. Why I should go to here? I will play KE6. Then what are you going to do? अब क्या करोगे आप? मैं इधर क्यों खेलेगा KE5? Why I should go here? I will attack the knight. What is your answer? KE6. So King F7, Knight F7 check, KF6. Now on the ninth move, King F4, ND6, KE5, NF7 check, KF6, ND6, KE6. Okay, now you play Knight E4. Now you play Knight E4. I'm not convinced about all this analysis. Let me see. This should win. What about the move here? What about the move here? Knight into takes, king into king coming and winning. What are you doing now? Which variation are talking? Now I'm coming here. Suppose F6. Now knight into pawn fails. Knight into pawn will fail. Knight into take KF6. KF5 should win. Okay. So what are you doing now? अब आप क्या करोगे? हो गया काम, मेरा काम हो गया. What is your answer now? Veerabhadra. Oh, oh, you have got King G6. You have got King G6 and then sacrifice on F6. I think this should be all right. 6 does not work. In the variation, I will have to play King F4 only. King F4 and you play Knight to D6. I will have to look this. I will have to look this variation. I overlooked this line that I can't play this move F6 because this is coming here. So I will check this. I will check this, but it must be winning because I read in the book of Keres also read on the other book that on fourth, fifth, sixth is winning. I'll have to check it out. Will not take your time now. Maybe tomorrow I will come back. Then one more question was there. Okay. Hmm. I will check this. You should never use engine. If you use engine, you will never improve. You can use, you can just like solving mathematics with a calculator. So please never use engine. Never, never. Always try to improve by working yourself. I will check this whole diagram. Maybe I have not kept the king correctly. Maybe not the king is not here. Maybe it is here. I will check it. I will check it out. I will check the actual diagram and I will come back tomorrow morning. All right. So let me take you to other positions. What happened? Mikhail Tal was coming up, very youngster, and he was uh, he was playing the Russian Soviet Championship. Mikhail Tal, but he was totally indisciplined person. He was a great genius, but in real life he was totally indisciplined. I mean, a disciplined player going to the bed in time, getting up in time, taking correct diet, correct exercise, everything is discipline. Viswanathan Anand, totally disciplined player. So he got success. But there are some players, very few like Tal. They never bothered. They wanted to enjoy. So Tal, after the game was over, he was going to the bar. In the Skopje Olympiad, Tal went to the bar. There was a fight in the bar, not with Tal. Somebody was fighting, and they threw bottles onto each other, and Tal was hit on the head. He was injured. So 5 rounds he could not play in the Skopje Olympiad. After 5 6 days, he recovered and he started playing. But I will tell you, this was 67. In 1957, Tal, he was playing the Soviet Championship. He was playing with Boleslavski. The game was adjourned. Normally, a player will have a dinner, analyze the game, and sleep. But Tal did not analyze because he was analyzing in the mind. So he went to a bar. You know, in Russia is a cold country, so people go to bar and hang around and take vodka. It's a very common thing. So he went to the bar and a fight broke there. Not Tal, somebody hitting, beating. Then police came and arrested. Oh, whoever was there. So Tal was also arrested. Mikhail Tal was arrested and he was handcuffed. With a handcuff, he went to the police station. So he saw a chessboard on the table of the police officer. And to his surprise, the adjourned game of Boleslavski Tal was there. To his surprise, he saw the adjourned game of his game with Boleslavski. Then Tal said, this position, the correct move should have been here. This is the correct move. Then the police officer smiled. He said, चलो ये बड़ा means I will translate. I will not tell you what exactly. He said, आया बड़ा टाल आ गया. Then Tal did not tell anything. Then he said, the main problem is the pass pawn. Then he said, lo, a new Tal has come. Then Tal lost patience. He said, I am myself Tal. He said, I am the Tal, real Tal. Then he saw the identity. Then his handcuffs were opened. They started analyzing. Till morning 7 a.m. From midnight, till 5 6 hours, they analyzed. But Tal lost the game. That day, Tal could not save the game. So he was arrested. The police officer made fun of him. And then, let me take you to that game. Boleslavski Tal. I will skip the opening because it is just a Spanish opening, Royal Office. So we tried tall is black here, and white is better comparatively, because the pass pawn is the main problem. So here the game started this and this. Now Bolesław started pushing. So tall played bishop e7. This is the adjourn position. This is the adjourn game. So now tall is preparing to generate activity on the king. So Bolesław started pushing. Check. King here will lose the game. King here will lose the game. Or going down, also lose the game. So the only move. So it appears black has counterplay. But after pawn push, now pawn into pawn king here. This is not good, again pawn into correct move. And now this simply won queen into bishop. Boleslavsky won that. There was nothing he could say. Good afternoon, Parvatakar. And he resigned because the extra piece. After this move, the queen and bishop should win. Like, no check. And now it is all resigned, I think, after a few moves. This is all lost. Piece pawn is there, and the pawn is of no use. Gradually, he went down. But this was a story. He was arrested. Instead of analyzing, the police officer made fun of him. Then Tal said the main problem is the pass pawn. Okay. Would you advise us to play sacrifice like Tal? I will tell you about it, Ramakrishna. Once Tal was asked, Karpo was asked this question, Anatoly Karpo. Then he said, Tal's style is for Tal only. Many people have sacrificed. Many people attack. You see, sacrifice and attack is not the great thing. But seeing a diagram, calculating from 8, 10 moves before, that this is a diagram. Brilliant. So it is not easy to visualize a diagram. For example, I showed you the game, Kasparov, Luputian. It is straightforward. This variation, for example, this is straightforward. For example, all this is forced. Suppose you come here. Now, this is all sequence forced. There is, you don't have to get Tal. You can calculate, and there are a lot of targets. But Tal was visualizing. He once said, I cannot translate into human languages. Tal said that I sometimes think of positions and I cannot present it in human languages. That means it is imagination. It is an imagination. So it's very interesting. For example, okay, I'll go to maybe another game of Tal sometime. So we cannot play like Tal. Karpo said, I would play 10 out of 10 simple wins, but I will not sacrifice like Tal and lose 2 games. I will get 8 out of 10. So it is not a good idea. He said Tal style for Tal only. But you can play like, you can sacrifice, you can attack. So in order to do that, you have to analyze 1000 attacking positions. Then you will get like Tal. 1000 attacking positions. You will become like Tal. For example, now I present you an attacking position. Let us say Judith Polkar. She always used to go for the mate, go for the opponent's king. Judith Polgar was going for the king. Let us see Judith. Now d4. So a regular line. Now c4. This is all theory. Knight b4, bishop e2. Now comes here. Now a3 and pawn takes pawn. All theory. It is supposed to be giving equal chances. So knight, now knight into pawn into this position. The standard main line, black plays bishop to f5. Why bishop f5? Because basic last minor piece has to come out. The rook has to come to the center or to the center here. And this move not only completing development but also restrict the rook. The bishop is watching the square. The rook cannot come. This is a very important thing. And probably after this, the game is roughly equal. Equal. But players play ambitiously. Carpo don't want to equalize. Carpo wants to win the game. So played inferior move. Inferior move. Now, white got a chance. Now the rook is now watching the pawn. So you have a hard time now. So b6. What else? Now it is better to have attacked. Still this was correct. Because at tempo, I will get time to bring the rook. Black will gain time to bring the rook and equalize. But he played a move which is, I will not criticize Carpo. I will not criticize Carpo. A great legend. Now the point is, now I want to see, just now I told you of calculation. Chalo, now you calculate and tell me, what should white do? I am giving you onus on you. So show me what should white do now. Welcome Sritu Nandi. No, Ramakrishna, Petrov is not boring. After seeing this game, you will find it is great and interesting. Petrov is not boring. चेस में कुछ भी बोरिंग नहीं है, आपको क्रिएट करना है. Now tell me, what should white do now? White has three interesting moves. Let me see your calculating ability. I recently saw an interview of Judith Polgar. I recently saw an interview of Judith Polgar, and she was asked, "What is your best game?" So she showed this game. Judith Polgar showed this game, that this is my best game in an interview. I don't know, somewhere. Now all of you say rook into e6. Okay, what would you do? Judith Polgar did not do rook into e6. Judith Polgar did not do rook e6. Okay, I will tell you now. Rook into e6 is a good move. It is a good move. The queen cannot take it because pawn push. And you take, there is a bishop check winning the game. So rook into e6, he will take. He will take pawn into. Then what is your calculation? Can you tell me what is your calculation? What will you do after this? Rook into e6. अभी now अब क्या करोगे? मारेगा pawn से तो क्या करोगे? अरे मेरा कॉफी पूरा ठंडा हो गया भाई. आई वांट जस्ट अ मिनट. मैं थोड़ा गर्म करके लाता हूँ. 2 मिनट दीजिए मुझे. You calculate and tell me now. I want your calculating ability in this position. What should white do? Rook into pawn into तो मार दिया. आगे क्या करोगे? What is the answer here? No, no, no. आप ऐसा मत सोचो. अभी don't think सब आएगा, वो मारेगा, आप नाइट आओगे. These are not forcing moves. These are not forcing. You have given material. मटेरियल देने के बाद ऐसा क्वाइट नहीं खेलना है. इफ यू गिव मटेरियल, डोंट प्ले, डोंट एक्सपेक्ट वो मारेगा, आप नाइट आओगे, ये मत करो. नो 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 नो. Rook into e6 is a good move. It is not. I am not discouraging. उसके बाद क्या करना है? Very simple. I will tell you. You want to attack, create more weaknesses in the castle position. आपको ऐसा नहीं है सीधा मेट करना है. तो कोई ना हो. अभी if you play, I will hit bishop into winning. And if you play now, ये सब हलवा है, तो कोई ना आ जाए. Now I want to enter winning the game. अब ये नहीं आएगा, RB5 आ जाएगा, बिशप C4, रुक B5 ये आ जाएगा. तो अभी क्वीन E4 इज कमिंग, अनस्टॉपेबल. तो ये नहीं मार सकता है बिकॉज ऑफ क्वीन C2. द पोजीशन इज टेरिबल, टेरिबल. ओके, सो anyway, Judith Polgar did not play this one. So she played rook B5. Very nice, very nice idea. Now the rook is on the fifth rank doing the job. So it rook knight there, and now it is just it is silly. Now what you want to do? अभी played rook coming because ये कट ऑफ. अभी ये जो है ना, ये कट ऑफ हो जाएगा, rook कट ऑफ हो जाएगा. So better join the rooks. And now also giving the same threat, rook it. Now in the game, if Karpov played knight back, so rook back. Patience, patience again, rook and bishop there. Now it is winning position. Overwhelming. The point is, before I want some Greek sack and all these things. Before that, I want some knight goes away from center. Otherwise, a knight defense में आ जाएगा. So go away from center. You have to go knight A5. हो गया. अभी नाइट गेम में नहीं है. व्हाइट पीसेस ऑफ सेंट्रलाइज एवरीथिंग सब तैनात करके रखा है. तो अटैक आएगा, फटाक कर दे, फिनिश कर दे. रशियन नाइट हैज एंटर्ड Greek sack. He is threatening Greek sack now. Bishop into pawn, queen h5, and rook coming third rank over. F4 is positional. This is not dangerous. It is a positional, but threat. Knight g6 threat. अब इस आएगा दो बिशप, लश्कर सैक आ जाएगा. चेक, रूक आया, now bishop check, queen check, bishop g7. I think it is 1 second. अभी दो बिशप सैक है. मेट मेट. व्हाट फॉलोस इज चेकमेट. बिशप इंटू ये मारेंगे तो रुक चेक आएगा, यहाँ मेट. So the whole point is, देखो, it is a matter of style. A player like Tal will not wait. A player like Tal, he will not wait. He will not play a move like rook. He will just play rook into, pawn into queen here should win. Very bad position. You may survive giving material. ऐसा कुछ खेलेगा तो ये material then I will win the game. So the whole point is matter of calculation. Why the knight known as Russian? No, there is no Russian knight. It is my version. Nowhere you will find in the any chess book Russian knight. I say because Nigel Short and Spassky, they have training sessions. Short wanted some training from Spassky. So in a game of analysis, Spassky said, put the knight on e5. Short asked him why. Then again said, knight e5 with a great advantage. But Short said, why? Now in Russia, we place the knight on e5, then we go for attack. So this was not convincing for short. So I call it a Russian knight. Knight on e5, a Russian knight has come for attack. There is no such thing a Russian knight. It is my version. Because Spassky said in Russia we play knight on e5 and then go for attack. Okay, so this is a wonderful game by Judith. She said that her best game. All right. Now I will take you to some attacking games. This position is attack. All this is very standard normal line. The idea is to play immediate f4 is a blunder. That knight into d4 and so preparing for f4 e5. So it is just governing in position and white stands little better. The reason is the other plan you have to retreat the knight. The whole plan white should come. White should come here for attack. The other plan you have to play bishop e3. So the Ghisapita openings of theory. So black will throw all theory. So white Nigel shot took it. Queen into is bad. After queen into bf3 with advantage. So pawn into. So black has got a comparatively little good thing in center. Idea, the queen is ready to king side and rd1 will come. So you can see Nigel shot was great in attack. He was very good against Sicilian especially. Now bishop g2, b2, development complete. All ideally placed pieces. All pieces will work now. So a good setup. Okay. Now this is an excellent position. White has attack. Now the feel for attack. Here the calculation comes. Obviously you want to bring the queen to come for attack. You want to play bishop d3 and then push e5. आपका प्लान होगा क्वीन को लाओ bishop d3 खेलो e5 f5 करो attack. This is the simple plan. But now if when you leave the queen, the pawn is attacked by two, the knight and bishop. Here the calculation comes. Here your calculating ability and judgment. So Nigel shot played queen. ले लो. I am giving a gift. नया साल का गिफ्ट दे रहा हूं. Giving a gift. Now bishop into pawn or knight into pawn, both are bad. If you play d5, e5 with attack. If you play e5, you don't need any calculation. The position is overwhelming. For example, अभी आएगा फोर्स और वीकनेस करो, ये तो गया माइनस हो जाएगा. One more weakness g6. This is after that it is a miserable position. So he can't do that. He cannot do that. तो अब क्या करोगे? So here आया knight. Bishop into pawn is bad also. By the way, if you take bishop takes pawn, then knight takes, and this is plus. Now you have to play. You cannot move the knight. Bishop into f6 and game move bet हो जाएगा. Checkmate. So the only move defend, but bishop takes, and now queen. Now you have to defend some play f6 or g6 ugly move. Finish. Plus minus. I have got the pawn back, and I will get the bonus. I will get the bonus also. ये भी आएगा. Bad position. Passive position है. So this is also plus. That is the reason he took here knight into pawn. Okay, no problem. The only move. Now जरूरत से ज्यादा है compensation. अभी सब pixels active है. He is giving immediate threat. मैं nd5 threat था अभी. nd5 bf6 and leading to mate. तो तुरंत थ्रेट आ गए, तो ओनली मूव, दूसरा कुछ रास्ता नहीं, खत्म है। वॉट एवर यू डू इट इज बैड, h6 also will fail, h6 fail to rook g3, the only move. Now there are many moves. You can play bishop c1, you can, no, bishop c1 क्यों खेले, nd1 only is correct. So here this is the correct move. Now c4. Now the point is the bishop already attacking position में है. So don't think of, okay, I will take this good pawn structure. Now this is an attacking middle game. So don't take with bishop. The correct feeling for attack. Bishop बराबर जगह पे. Very nice. इससे तो मार नहीं सकता है. He cannot think. Now इससे मारेगा. Mark Anthony will come. Anthony rook into and then bishop f6. तो ना इससे मार सकता है ना इससे मार सकता है. Multiple shock. He is giving hitting there. Pawn takes, bishop takes, rook takes, multiple hitting. दूसरा कुछ रास्ता नहीं है. अभी ये आएगा तो बिशप सी वन में खत्म हो जाएगा. So the only move to stop attack. अभी he has survived the first round. ये भी गया. There are many wins here. Even here nd1 also is winning. Even this is also winning. This also. Okay, he comes bishop c1. Even fg6. This is also attack is also there. This also gives an attack. So, but what Nigel Short played is the safest way, not taking any chance. Knight हो गया, rook will enter. The rook will filter now. Yeah, filter. बाबरे मेट कर दिया. Because after this, rook queen check, rook check, bishop check, and this checkmate. मेट है ना? नहीं एक मूव आएगा मार के. So you can see the flow of attack. So giving a pawn, it is not easy. और ये वेरिएशन में आपको एक जबरदस्त वेरिएशन में दिखाऊंगा. एनालाइज बाय यान टिमन. टिमन ने एक जबरदस्त मूव दिखाया इधर. Here nd1. Here Timman said that this is also great attack. For example, for example, idea. Now you cannot take that. He is giving a threat rook h5, knight h5, queen into with unstoppable attack. Idea rook coming with unstoppable attack. So queen a8, queen a8. So rook f3. I stop all the black initiative. I told you about exchange sacrifice for defense. So I am giving the exchange for all. तो मारो. अब ये मारने के बाद कोई अटैक नहीं रहा, कुछ नहीं है, ये डमी हो गया. अभी अनस्टॉपेबल अटैक इज कमिंग. 5 पीस अटैक में, ये अटैक में, ये है, ये सारे अटैक में, और इसको तो मैं किंग संभाल लेगा. लॉस्ट. कोई चांस नहीं है सर्वाइव का. खेलो, नहीं तो क्वीन इंटू h6 इज कमिंग and g6 will lose. G6 will lose to queen g6. f6 will lose to queen g6. तो bishop f6 only move, क्योंकि अभी ये थ्रेट है. मेन थ्रेट इज नाउ क्वीन कमिंग हियर एंड देन checkmate. So only move to stop the diagonal. The only move. अब e5 threat है. I am giving a threat on e5. If bishop into bishop, e5 गणपत हो जाएगा. So only move. अभी क्या है? एक पीस आप. Nice game by Nigel Short. And these are not fluke. Pure calculation. Pure calculating ability. So ये गेम है. Very nice attack. And I will tell you here एक वेरिएशन और है जो मैं दूसरा गेम में दिखाएगा. In this variation, I will show another variation. Okay. For example, here the variation comes bishop d6. I will discuss in another game. Also, very nice attacking idea. Yes, yes. Pawn with the interest. इंटरेस्ट के साथ मिला. जो e4 pawn खाया, इंटरेस्ट के साथ मिला. Karokan Petrov is draw. It is not draw. Karokan and Petrov is not a draw. It is how one plays. How one plays. But if you see the statistics, there is good drawing chances. Karokan and Petrov, I would say, gives better drawing chances than other openings. But it is not a draw. Drawing chances ज़्यादा है. So he goes for the Petrosian system. Now d5. If you play, if black plays b7, this is just plus minus. This is just plus. Castle e4 gaya, position to gaya, completely gone. So you cannot allow that. You have to play d5. Take. Now pawn into will leave a passive position. This will be a passive position. So knight into. Now why this? I want center. So knight into c3 आके मर जाएगा. So preparing for center. White has better center, and then he will have attacking chances. The main problem with black, the main problem is there has to be a guard near the king. Normally कैसल के पास एक नाइट रहना जरूरी रहता है सेफ्टी के लिए. नाइट g6, नाइट f6, नाइट f8. किंग के आसपास एक नाइट रहना चाहिए. अभी किंग का एक गार्ड चला गया. ब्लैक सेंटर अच्छा, व्हाइट सेंटर अच्छा हो गया. e4. Now bishop d3. Now black's only plan, he will try to come here and take and create some target on c5. Naturally, queen exchange is not desirable. Greek sack. What is preparing some Greek sack sometime. So there is no time for return. c5 के बाद Greek sack आ जाए. Good move. If you take the knight f6, defense will go away. So bg5, this is just bad for black. We'll have a very good attack. It reminds me a game that Keras Ruin Fine game. So Keras white, Ruin Fine black, a similar setup. So here he decided not to take and play f6. Weakness हो गया. Want to weaken further. Notice that before striking, white is bringing all the pieces to proper square. And then he will strike. All set. All ready. Why so many grand Karukan? It is not Royce. You have a doubt in which game? You have a doubt in this particular game? Virabhadra? You have a doubt in this game or last game? Now the white has got lot of space that and also a backward pawn structure. So white to attack, he should go for this break. What is the doubt he is asking? This game. So what is the doubt? I will go back and come to your doubt. So here, this is the correct move. The idea, now the gate will open up. You have to take, you cannot allow, this will be suicidal. You cannot allow, black cannot allow this. You must take. f5 under attack. White to play and win. Very nicely handled by Ivan Sokolov. One of his best game, I would say. One of his best game. I will tell you, Judith Polgar was 27-35. But in 2005, today that rating will be 2800. Inflation. If you count the inflation, it is 2800. Kasparov was 2851. If you actually they check the rating, it is now it is coming something like 2899. The current strength, it is like 2899. So she was like a 2800 player. So beating a 2800 player very nicely. So played Queen F3, Knight C5, H6. What to do now? Here, the attack goes, but your calculation comes to the critical moment. Calculation. At the moment, your calculating ability will show. What will you do now? Tell me. I will come for white. So, sir, move bishop s3 was totally as per the and the even more dubious. I will tell you, if you say dubious, the chess is unplayable. 90% of Tal's games are dubious. Today, if you feed to engine, 90% it is all refuted and bad. Chess cannot be played like that. For example, now Vivian Richard or Chris Gale or Kapil Dev, they used to hit. It is a gamble. It's a gamble. It is caught, they are out. If you are not caught, you are a hero. So it is dubious, but I will say, was the game winning before that? It is print point because of those stupid moves. The game was hopeless. I would like to see the game move. 34th move. I'll come back to 34th move. 34th move. The point is here, the point is not the pin. The great idea queen. You are free to go away. Then rook check will come. A very interesting tactical idea is demonstrated. Very interesting tactical concept here in this position. So the only move. Otherwise, RG3 check. RG3 check is undefendable. So only move. Now rook. Only move. Now threatening mate. The threat is giving knight check. Rook. 1-2 mate. Mate in 2. Take. तीन मूव में तीन मूव में ये आएगा नेक्स्ट आई विल टेक दिस एंड देन मेट सो ओनली मूव cannot take knight check will win the queen check the only move and now rook into winning because after you take now knight here is finished idea rook into rook mate ये मारेंगे तो मेट है नहीं तो ये मेट है और ये मारेगा तो ये मेट है चारों तरफ मेट लटक रहा है now if you play queen into also is losing rook into king and now here also checkmate is coming. Now check, check. I don't have to move. Rook here. Again mate threat. He cannot defend. आया तो ये lost है अभी now I am having the mate and the mate if you cannot come when the queen f6 is coming. So अभी knight दिया अभी क्या है mate अभी winning the end game. So beautiful attack. Talking about the game of world championship where Petrosian Spassky. Petrosian Spassky lost a point for just nothing. Can you tell me the game number? Petrosian Spassky, what is the game number? 24th game? Can you tell me which game number? Petrosian Spassky. So you can see the beauty of the attack. The idea normal player will pin, but queen h5, a new concept. What was the game number? What is the game number? Beautiful attack. I would say a great attack by Sapalo. You know, Garry Kasparov is one of the greatest chess players. If you look at only the games, no Carlson, nobody, only Kasparov. He has created fantastic many games, novelties, attack, sacrifice, some combination, scientific play, great player. But Kasparov feared only one person. The only player Kasparov ever feared was Ivanchuk because he was very creative. He was totally unpredictable. Whether he will attack, whether he will play wide, totally unpredictable player and a great talent. The only player Kasparov ever feared was Ivanchuk. तो उसने दिया ना कार्लसन को 2-3 बराबर दिया. Okay, so far so good. Now the standard move is to play knight h6. This is the standard move here. Okay, this is nothing wrong. So now queen a5. So complication. I think the g3 move. Okay, okay. Knight check is threatened. So the threat was knight check now. So it stops that. Now bishop takes. Now pawn takes. Just ready to castle. So castle. Now white should give up. Play just quickly develop and castle. So the players never realize. They see no danger at the moment. So what? They will say, I can continue now. It took this queen b3, which is bad. After seeing the game, the player can play. Suppose if you have seen the game, you can tell all the moves. If you have not seen the game, I will never trust if you make the correct moves. Computer cannot do. Computer is good only in calculation. Computer engine is good only in calculation, not good in analysis, not good in judgment. So black now punishes the king in center. ये जो move है, he should have castled now, but now punishment comes. The game from here, what an amazing creativity. What game number you are talking? World Championship E59. Okay, I will go to that. I will go to that. 1966 E59. I will check that. Okay. So here E5. Suddenly now white is realizing the danger is coming. It is too late. It is already out of control. Now if you play bishop g5, खत्म हो जाएगा. टेम्पो पे टेम्पो, कितना टेम्पो देगा? अभी नाइट को बचाओ, ओनली मूव. अभी बचाओ नाइट को, ओनली मूव. नाउ खत्म. So you cannot play bg5. So here you cannot do castle now. It is too late. अब ये too late है. क्या गेम जाएगा. So you now too late. अभी ये realized e5 आ गया. अभी bishop. Another sack. Very uncommon, very difficult. Okay, played brilliantly. What should black do? क्या मारा है? Ignoring the check. You are free to take check. King के बाद, now if you take it, now this is bad. So he played in the game. We'll see it. Another tempo. One more tempo. And now another brilliant move. Series of 5 brilliant moves, one after another. टाइम नहीं है. कैसल नहीं होगा. अभी c3 भी मर रहा है. Suppose you play queen into queen c3 check and pick up the rook. Queen c3 check खत्म हो जाएगा. So you have to take with the king. No hurry. कहाँ जाएगा कहाँ? So the only move. अभी मेट से बचने के लिए ये एक ही रास्ता है. Other moves are worse. Suppose you play f3, f5 is coming. Game जाएगा. So he will play queen b4, check. King coming there. Bishop check is finishing. Bishop check में हो जाएगा, मेट हो जाएगा. Queen d1 mate. Queen. Rook into आएगा. Now rook into. Okay, एक check आया. Rook into. Open further. He resigned. He did not wait for it. So after that move, he resigned. Rook e4 के बाद खत्म हो जाएगा. fe4 check, check, checkmate. और you come here king e3, queen g3 mate. So ये जो है, जो प्लेयर खेलते हैं किंग को सेंटर में रख के, इट इज नॉट इजी. इट इज नॉट इजी. So this is not a good move. So you should have played here bd2. The standard line bd2. Now bd2. Now bishop goes back. This is this is the standard main theory. Or nb3 you go whatever. Great attacking by Ivanchu. King in the center. अभी ये जो गेम है, castle. I like this variation. I saw when I was young. There was our first national champion RB Sapre. I think he beat one strong player, very strong player, Raja Ravi Sekhar, a very young star that time, and he beat with this in national. So it appealed to me. So I also played one game. I'll show that. I'll come. यही game में analysis है. So white stands better. White plan is clear. Now white wants to get a tempo. G4, G5, and then H4, H5. And attack. Go to castle. Now next move knight is coming. So white can wait that white can play h4, but it is very complicated. It is complicated. If you do, then he may not castle. He will have complication here. So he decided direct. Anand played solidly. Development. Play. So take it. Ek move is gone, but white has a plan. Black has no plan. White has a ready-made attack now. Now you can't push. ND5 is entering. You cannot play E5. ND5 will kill him. I think now it is only black has to wait for the death coming. So he cannot do. He has to just watch and die. Now if you BD8, knight to push the rook back and this unstoppable. So bishop D8 doesn't work. And he played on D4 idea, some BB5 and all. H5. Then D6. Then typical Tal like H6. Typical Tal type. And now 1, 2, 3 finish. Pawn into. What else? Bishop into pawn does not work. If you play bishop into pawn, now he will play queen there. And then if you play some h6, rook into pawn to win. So he played rook, but rook into non-stop action. Game में mate हो गया, checkmate हो जाए. I lead mate is coming. A great attacking by Anand. Actually, you know, the annotator gave one of my game. He did not give the full game. I was better in that game. ये है कहाँ पर है देखो. He gave a reference I played in 1984. Somewhere. Here he gives Queen B7 counterplay. He gives Sahu Medney say, I agree, I played this game, but he is not giving the full analysis. Here, I played queen. He played queen c7. I played queen f2. My idea, I am looking at this point. So in the game, we played b5. So I played knight into bishop into. I played bd4 with the idea. If you push this bishop b6 will get a tempo. Bishop b6 will get a tempo. So in the game, we played b4. I played this. Now he played e5, bb6. Now queen b7. Actually, it is a good position. The game continued here, rook c1. Now I think he had castled, and now I played c4. The position, it is good. The position was excellent for me. The idea of c4. Now if you take knight into pawn, there is no attack. This is bad thing. This is bad. Now there is no attack. The rook will defend. So this is an excellent position. And if you do not take, there is no plan. For example, you play h5, a5, a3, I will play b3. Suppose you play a5, a4, a3, I will play b3. Or a5, a4 and b3, I will play a3. Block. There is no attack. But I overstretched. I did overstretch. In fact, Edmar Mendes himself, in his book, he has given this game and he has given it is equal. I think white stands better, maybe, in my opinion. Because no pawn is coming. White has a plan. I will come back now and start placing g3, rook g1 and break. So he is giving wrong notes. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The annotator is my friend. He passed away. I will see that game. I had sent you the name of the game in very much detail. Was it visible to you? I will see Spassky Petrosian E59. I will see. I will see Spassky Petrosian. Spassky Petrosian. No, it is World Championship 1966. Yeah. So here it is E59. I will check it. Yeah, this is the game. So Petrosian Spassky. So what was the question you asked me? So the move bishop into s3 was totally dubious as per, and then even more dubious rook f. I will check. 34th move, I will go directly. So here he says Spassky took this. Okay, I will tell you. It all the match situation. You know, many times the player knows it is bad, but the match situation demands. You know, they are forced to play for a win even in bad position. Otherwise, the match is out of control. So I would say it is a dubious move, but there is no other try. The rook on seventh rank is doing nothing. Just stopped all these things. The rooks are ready made. The rooks are ready on the file. You want to threaten controlling this, and now the queen is very nicely placed. I would say the position, a position black gaya hai. White is winning. 12 का भाव में गया. So a desperate attempt to create complication. So I would say it is not that Spassky doesn't know. Spassky knows this is bad, but the match situation and the game position force him. So in the game, you could have played Queen C6, and now this position white is better. So they don't like better to go for action instead of dying a slow death. Instead of dying a slow death, he sacrificed. Desperation. He hold rook down. So I would not say this is bad because the match situation, it is not stupid. Spassky is one of the greatest player. So it is a childish thing that he can see all these things. But there was no other chance. He just took a chance. And time trouble. 39 मूव हो सकता है, एक दो मूव इधर उधर हो जाएगा. ओके. ऑलराइट. ये क्या हुआ? No, he lost a point because anyway it was going. He did not lose. Anyway going. He did not lose for nothing. Position already गया था. He just tried. Okay. All right. Some more games, attacking games. We'll finish. I want to finish these games. इतना टाइम कहाँ चला गया? So Sicilian 4 nights. Now the standard main line is to play a3. A3. Now you take. Now black plays d5. Now you take. Now take. And now white plays bishop d3. And now you play some castle. Now d4, knight e2. This is the theory. Or maybe you play d4 directly. D4 directly. Now if you play here, lot of pieces are getting exchanged. Too many exchanges. Knight to knight मारेगा, bf5 आ जाएगा, bf5 आ जाएगा. तो सारे पीस एक्सचेंज के क्या मतलब है? कुछ नहीं बचेगा. अब ये मार देगा तो ड्रॉ. इसीलिए knight e2 is a better move to play for a win. Knight e2. And after knight e2, the main line is castle. And now he has played bishop g4 है. ये theory है. Or whatever you do, bishop g4 is there, then queen d6 is there. In any case, white is little better. I can play b4. I can play b4 with the idea b5, bb2. अभी आएगा knight into d4 का threat देगा. So b4 is a good idea. Or maybe you can play this. Maybe you can play this. And in this case, maybe I can play pawn push and then knight coming. White stands better. ये main line है. These are the how theory goes. But the player had something different in mind. So सब main line जो है pawn into pawn. But this is giving no problem to black. Black comfortable equalize. अगर ये मार दिया तो equal है. But he played in the game d4. And I think the game white has no advantage. That is why he should have taken pawn takes pawn with a better game. अभी कुछ advantage नहीं. There is no advantage. Equal. Now pawn into bishop into this position is equal. Both have now targets. e4 pawn weak है तो उसका भी डी से कुछ स्ट्रांग नहीं. तो अभी क्वीन आएगा तो रिपीटेशन होगा. अगर क्वीन आएगा तो आई विल नॉट अलाउ नाइट अटैक. यू रिट्रीट अगेन. आई विल कम. आइडिया आई वांट टू सिट डाउन हियर. तो ये बंद कर देगा. क्वीन आएगा तो वापस नाइट है. इक्वल है. बट आई विल टेल यू दे डू नॉट वांट टू कॉम्प्रोमाइज. मैं पोजीशन इक्वल कर दूंगा. दे ट्राई. Modern young grandmaster, they make an attempt, they try. They don't want a repetition. अभी नाइट बैक तो ड्रॉ था ना. ये बैक करना था. अब ये आएगा तो क्वीन आएगा तो ड्रॉ. बट ही प्लेड अ बैड. ये पोजीशन में he played a bad, not acceptable. When you have a simple equality, you should take it. Why you want to struggle after this? अभी पोजीशन में टेम्पररी कुछ नहीं है, बट ये जो परमानेंट वीकनेस है डार्क स्क्वायर का, दैट विल हाउंड हिम, घोस्ट. आ गया अब अटैक आ गया. अटैक इज कमिंग नाउ. नाउ नाइट h5 and then pawn into, then e5 is coming. nh5, gh5, e5 is crushing. So आ गया. अभी भी अभी पोजीशन बैड है, लेकिन अभी ये पोजीशन धीरे धीरे जाएगा. नाउ आई विल डबल द रूक, आई विल प्ले h4 h5. बहुत सारे प्लान है अभी, बहुत सारे प्लान है, बट ये तो खेलना था कम से कम. कम से कम ये खेलो तो सर्वाइव. बट व्हाट यू प्लेड कोलैप्स. और वीकनेस करो. गया. ऐसा पोजीशन को नहीं खेलना है. विन के लिए खेलना है तो, लेकिन यू कैन नॉट प्ले फॉर अ विन. क्वीन कहाँ पड़ा हुआ है, दिस इज ऑल बैड. खत्म. ये अभी कुछ नहीं चलेगा. गया, अभी गया, सील कर देगा उसको. इट वाज लाइक माय गेम विद वैद्या जी. इट वाज गेम कि पॉन आएगा, बिशप g7, सील कर देगा, तो ओनली मूव हो गया. अभी पॉन इनटू पॉन, देन रूक इज एंटरिंग टू f7, कुछ नहीं कर सकता. इट इज लाइक गैलर्स स्मिथ लॉ. नाइट इंटू मारेगा तो मेट हो जाएगा. नाइट इंटू रूक, पॉन टेक्स पॉन चेक के बाद मेटिंग अटैक. तो nf4, देन पॉन इंटू f7, एंड ये कुछ भी करो गया. डिस्कवर चेक एंड फिनिश. सो यू कैनॉट टेक, ओनली मूव. बेटर रिजाइन. आइडिया रूक इंटू पॉन एंड डिस्क चेक, डिस्कवर अटैक. अभी rg7 चेक ऑल्सो विंस. व्हाट एवर यू डू इट इज विनिंग. bf8 विनिंग. कुछ नहीं कर सकता है. ये खेला गेम में, आई थिंक बेटर रिजाइन, अनस्टॉपेबल. एक दो चेक आएगा, कोई मतलब नहीं है. ये क्वीन चेक आएगा. सपोज यू गिव क्वीन चेक, आई कैन कम हियर, आई कैन प्ले एंड क्वीन इनटू क्वीन, checkmate in 3, 1, 2 and 3. So this is a gone position, whatever you do. It is the psychology. You should not have played, he should not have played that move. Horrible move जो है, या तो यहाँ आ गया सब. This is bad. I remember your game with Queen Estate. Yes, yes. I would say, I would say that I had many interesting games. That is just an idea, but I had lot of very funny, interesting games with many players. Okay, I would like to show you Grandmaster games instead of playing, showing my game. You learn more from GM games. So, a toppy, Apollo versus Hubner. It's a bad variation. This is a bad line. There is another variation which deserves attention. यहाँ पर नहीं दिया है. He has not given, but I will tell you. King h1. Now black should not take the pawn. Can somebody tell me a calculation why this is bad? Yeah, you can ask Birabhadra. You can ask one more doubt. But somebody tell me why this bishop into pawn is a bad move. Why? Somebody tell me. F4 नहीं चलता है. F4 नहीं चलेगा, क्योंकि वो मार देगा. नाइट इंटू नाइट मार के मार देगा. You can ask Birabhadra, whatever. Yeah. Now the correct move is NC6, BC6, F4, bishop here, but then queen comes. And the queen is, this is trapped. Queen F3, and after this move, the piece is trapped. So this variation too, please note. So played F4. Knight into D4 is bad. If you take knight into knight, idea to win the pawn, white takes the initiative. Very strong initiative. अब ये तो जाएगा, ये मार मार के अब ये पाउन इंटू, ये कोई चेक में कुछ नहीं, अभी रूक अटैक, नाइट अटैक, अटैक आ जाएगा, द किंग स्टक इन द सेंटर, ये अभी चारों तरफ अटैक ही आएगा, बैड मूव ना, बैड पोजिशन. सो नाइट इंटू D4 नहीं चलता है, टू विन ए पॉन इट इज साइकोलॉजिकल, कैलकुलेशन इज रॉन्ग, E5 आ जाएगा, तो ओनली मूव. बट देन अभी क्या है कि यहाँ चेक है, अगर किंग H1 में है, नाइट इंटू E6 इज विनिंग द पॉन, knight E6 and bishop C5. But now there is a check. So we play knight F5. Check. Now bishop into. Okay, black will win a piece but pay the price. अभी मारा a piece up but a bad king situation. White का 4 पीस एक्टिव है. क्वीन, रूक, बिशप, नाइट एंड पॉन, ये मर जाएगा. टेम्पो. Check. Queen coming. I think the defense is not good now. Not possible. The rook is entering. So many weaknesses. मारेगा तो मेट हो जाएगा. If you take NF6, takes king F6, ये मेटिंग अटैक. Pawn into pawn डबल चेक, मारेगा तो क्वीन चेक, खत्म. Rook into चेक, खत्म हो जाए. So you dare not take that knight. खत्म. So no coordination. ये क्या है? पीस आप ये कोई पीसेस है? जब पीस बाहर नहीं आता है, द तलवार जो होता है ना, sword, only when it comes out it shows the power. When that तलवार जब ये वुड का अंदर है, वो it is a piece of wood. It is a piece of wood when it is not come out. Only when you take out. तो these are piece of wood. ये लकड़ा है अभी. ये बाहर आएगा तो ये तो पावर दिखाएगा. Anand and So Wesley, 2015. Okay, I will see that game. I will see that game. Anand So Wesley. Let's see. तो ये तो गया ना, 12 का भाव में गया. हमारा कितना गेम रह गया? 1 2 3 4. ठीक है, कल करेंगे. कितना गेम रहे? 1 2 3 4 5 6, 5 गेम रह गया. 6 गेम. Tomorrow I will do that. Let me see that game. What Veerabhadra says. 6 games I will do tomorrow. Player. So Wesley. So Wesley का नहीं है. WSLEY. Okay, let me see. ये टाइप करो आएगा. LEY. Wesley भी नहीं है. Okay, I understand. Anand might have lost that game. That is why it is not there. Wesley नहीं है. Wesley So. Okay, let me see. So ah, है. It is there. Anand. Anand is white or black? Anand is white. So we should go for this. Anand. And so obviously 2015 कौन सा है घासिमो मेमोरियल. So any question in that? It says Virabhadra asking. So you want to just see the game. All right, I'll check that. This is all standard main line. These are all standard main line. Then idea of four. Joel Benjamin. I showed some game of Joel Benjamin also in the variation. Okay, this is fully justified. Except accepting the piece, you have to return the piece. नहीं तो G6 Queen H5 आ जाएगा. Only move. Knight H7 loses to G6. The only move. I think this is a standard attack. I mean, you have to return the material. It is no fun. You have to return the material. So far, everything has played correctly by Anand. A protected pass pawn, the king pawn endgame. This is an asset that brings the king is completely paralyzed. So it is a king. ये break भी है मेरे पास. अब ये break है, ये break है. So you cannot play king pawn endgame. It will be lost. After you take king pawn endgame, he will make the break and take, and then e5. The point is, after king takes, after this break will come and e5, then he will come and double the d4 pawn. So you can't do that. Now I want to open penetrate. Playing c3, the queen will filter. The queen will go to b6. You can't stop now. So many weaknesses. h6, e6, then b6, all these things. You cannot defend anyway. If you defend, then pawn takes a5, new queen will come. New queen will come. So I would not say. I mean, I think that White has played scientifically, and there is nothing. It is just normal. He has given the piece, getting the piece back. Positional stuff. This is not attacking. Positional stuff. 14 move, Anand played f4. Okay, let's see. Here, you give. This is the strategic idea. ये जो है, ये जो है f4. It is interesting move. You are telling it's a bad move. I think this is how it is played. The game of Joel Benjamin. I think first I saw this variation when I was checking a game of Joel Benjamin. Let's see this that game. I think this is perfectly played. This is the right way. I think there is nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. I think you get the piece back. Maybe you should return the piece. Bishop g4 खेल के दे देना है piece को. This is equal maybe. Return the piece. So this may be possible, but normally player will not give so easily. So I think I don't see anything great. You have to return the piece sooner or later. So चलो जोएल बेंजामिन का गेम देखते हैं. Same line. The similar thing has come here in c3 a3. Okay, I think we have seen. Let's see. Joel. I like this game. I like this game. 2017 का अच्छा खेला है जोएल. This is without problem. ये आ गया, free आ गया. Without any obstacle, he got a very easy game. Plus minus. अब E5 आएगा, आएगा. So you have to play E5 only. Very well played. BB4 आएगा अभी. BB4 आएगा. Gone. So this is a nice game. I liked it. But here White did not struggle. He got a free move. The other game also Joel, but that was played earlier. 2014 का ये भी प्लस है. फोर्स्ड. अभी अब 4 आ रहा है. अभी अब 4 आ रहा है फ्री. बिकॉज इफ यू प्ले पॉन पुश, ये आएगा तुम्हें मार देगा इसको. लॉस्ट. तो ओनली मूव. तो F4. अभी H6 आएगा तो नाइट इंटू F7 आ जाएगा. नाइट F7 और पॉन इंटू पॉन ऑल्सो. सो ओनली मूव. खत्म. वेल प्लेड बाय जोएल. So it is not a bad move. I think it's a good move. The reason the game was not in the start World Championship as games only till 2009, 2015. I have data here till 2019. 2019 अक्टूबर नवंबर तक मेरे पास डाटा है. I have to upgrade it to 2021 database तो आ गया है. I have to upgrade it. Hello मुकुंद अग्रवाल, welcome. It's too late. So अभी ये गेम रह गया 6 गेम. Tomorrow I will discuss these games I selected to show today. But time running out. मैं ये कल दिखाएगा आपको. I will show Tapalo Ponomario, beautiful game. So Van Valley Tapalo, Van Valley Polgar. ये दिखाया है आपको. No, नहीं दिखाया. Then Polgar Berkes. So I will show you this game tomorrow. Strategy of World Champion. Okay, let's see, check it. Now you are asking me this the same game. वही वो जो है ना, वो प्लेयर, वो वेस्ली नो, वो वेस्ली, वो वेस्ली का है कि नहीं इधर. नॉट देयर. नहीं आनंद. So Wesley was black, no? So Wesley black 2015. What is Spanish? So Wesley का देखते हैं. No So Wesley game. So Wesley है ही नहीं. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll see later on. So okay, thank you very much, friends, being with me. So back tomorrow morning at 9:30. And today is 23rd, 22nd, no 23rd, 23rd. So 24th, 26th, and 28th evening to 7, 8 to 3 दिन में 7 to 8 in the evening. I will give 3 lectures. First topic on First topic I will give about Indian chess champs. The second topic will be chess talk. I will be exclusively covering Anand's games. The third topic will be about analysis of classic game, other world champion, critical games, critical moments in the world championship game. I will discuss. So see you again tomorrow morning 9:30. तब तक सबको मेरा नमस्कार. Take care and bye. I will check that night time. I will just check now what is wrong. I will see. Okay, bye.